Hey, what's up, everyone? Upstart here with RyXe Gaming, and welcome back to another episode of Sands of Salzaar, our Sultan playthrough. So, in the previous episode, we had our first invasion, and then after that, well, I kind of had issues, and I was, I was basically attacked. I was raided, and I lost. Uh, I lost my base town, whatever, to the Akal. We had to get that back. We got it back after um, after raising our increasing our strengths, all that good stuff. And then we had our second invasion uh, soon after that because it had just been long overdue. But it was just being reset. The counter was being reset because we weren't owners of our town or whatnot, whatever. Anyways, and after at the end of that, well, after that second invasion, Nemishi swore he would come back, and our quest was it would be the final invasion. Well, I had gotten before I read that, I had gotten a notification like this one actually, like 2 months after that one. I think it was 2 months. I can't remember the time, how many days we're on, 250 or something like that. Last time we left off, we were like a 180 or something, so it was like 2 months or something or so. I can't remember. Anyways, I've increased my strength as much as possible, and I had to, think of a way to defend against all these warring, against all the warring tribes that were attacking me, because they were, they just kept trying to take me over and take me out and whatnot. And what I came up with was I need to remove as many characters from their side as possible, because the thing is with the characters is that if they're with a tribe, they're like on their own, but they're part of a faction and they have their own group as like their own player, right? But with us, we recruit them to our side, but they don't have all those. I don't know if it's a way. It's possible to do that if you name like one of your players a sultan of their own place, and they can do their own thing. And if they go around recruiting their own people, maybe not the characters, but recruiting their own like squads. I don't know if that's a thing. As far as I'm concerned, as far as I know, that's not a thing, and that's kind of leaves us at a disadvantage. But what we can do, since we have this base here, I thought, you know what? The reason I keep losing is because they have their characters, and each character brings their own army, basically of at least 100, and they have so many characters in their faction. You know what? I'm gonna convince every single one of them, maybe not every single one, but as many as I possibly can from the other tribes, at least the ones that keep attacking me are the ones that are more, concerning. Um, Sorry if there's some background noise. There's construction going on. Right now they're going with a grinder. Anyway, sorry about that. Hopefully it's not too loud. And well, I've got plenty of characters. I think I stole from, I think only from the Akal mainly, because that's the one that kept attacking me, and the Deeb, a few of them from there, because they decided to attack me sometimes as well. So I think I got like 20 characters, and I have them all stationed here to defend. Anyways, I've been increasing my army and all that good stuff. Anyways, this is supposed to be the final assault, and that message that I got is that you heard rumors of Nemishi talking to the other tribes and trying to convince them to help him or them attack you, all of them together. So let's see what this says. According to intel from your scouts, Nemishi has formed an allied army against you. Yeah, with the other tribes. I wonder how many are going to attack us. Hopefully it's not too bad. If not, I'm going to see what I'm going to have to do. Although intimidating, each force should have its own ideas and customs, meaning they won't necessarily involve themselves in Nemishi's personal vendetta with you. If we can rout a few of those allies, Nemishi soon won't have any friends left in the world. You must prepare your men for war. So apparently we get another kind of what's the word? 300 hours to like prepare or something, because that's what I had last time. That's why there was a counter before that we got that message. Anyways, let's go into here. We have 29 things to deal with in here, but that's not all the characters. 3 of them are like the chief, the merchant, and Butler Wafa, but everything else is a character. I'm like, at first I was picking and choosing because I kind of wanted to do that, but after that I just didn't have a choice. I had to get it, and whoever was in their faction, I had to get them to my side. So as you can see, I have right now 86 in total characters and squads. I have 20 characters if I'm not mistaken. Well, actually I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I had 6 other with us, so I should have 26 characters. So it's 4 in each line. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 20 already. 24 and 26. Yeah, so I had 20 in there and 6 over here. So that's 26 characters. Most of them are 25 because only the ones that are not 25 are the ones that I had recruited early on and were in my team basically. But just about everyone else, level 25. Everyone else has mostly, more or less, their own armor, their own equipment, better than what I could probably provide them, which is good as long as there's one thing that I'm concerned about with all these characters is that I know sometimes the characters leave one tribe to go to another faction, you know, like that. That you get you get these messages quite often that so and so left the Akal and then they joined the Deeb or they joined the Nasir or X thing, right? Blah blah blah. Hopefully that's not something that happens with us because oh my gosh, that's going to be problematic if it does. Out of nowhere, people start just leaving my faction and just start going to another, you know, to the other factions, enemy factions. That's not really good. Anyways, so I still have my, you know, usual, my original, well, the previous squads that I had. I got that one right there. I've got Stone, what is it called? A Call Heavy Cavalry. I was gonna say Storm, but they're not Storm yet. They're the one before that. I got, you know, all that good stuff. I've upgraded as best I can. I I restored the Arborian because he was dead. Basically, he was bleeding out. I restored him with 300 wood plus 240 to promote him up to the Arborian Elder, and he's kind of tanky with 37k health. Hopefully that's true what it says in there. And I decided to actually, you know, let's see if I can defeat the Ice Princess this time. Obviously, it's past the 120 days. I'm not going for anything legacy related. So I'm just trying to, you know, survive. Basically, I'm just trying to survive out here and grow my own place. You know, have my own spot in the world. Basically, is what I'm doing here. And I went to fight the Ice Princess. I'm like, you know what? Let's see if I can beat her. And as you can see, I have the Ice Weaver, level 20. It needs to be level 25 before it can go to Dragon, and it needs to be level 30 due to that difficulty increase in the Legacy. So it can give us 20 points. I don't know if that actually made it so it could be much more difficult for us, but it seems like the Sultan in general is just difficult because you're just since you have your own faction, everyone's basically hates you and at war with you unless you try to get friendly with them and constantly keep you know, increasing your reputation with them. If you don't, you're probably gonna get it like me, where most all of them are negative 100 and basically enemies. Anyways, I have the Ice Weaver, and I haven't tried to go get the demon again because I have tried and I failed, so I've had to reload just to make sure I don't, you know, lose that opportunity. And the last time I was gonna go, I needed 200 food, and I'm like, I don't have that food because I'm using it to increase my population over here. So I have the library. Actually, you know what? Let's click on that. Go to build the library, and I was kind of sort of onto something when I said, like, you know, this spot that's empty, the library goes there. I'm not gonna remove it, obviously. The thing is that you need 20 idle population to be able to build that. So you have to buy that, you know, with food from Butler Wafa. So the thing is that it doesn't pop up on the list until you have those idle people. You have to have the 20 idle free people before you can actually see it on the list, so you can choose it to build it. I don't know, I can't remember what it required, but we can upgrade it. We can try for 30, obviously. It doesn't let me even select it. I still don't know what that 2+ means, anyways. So over here, no. Let's see if I can finally show you all the other things, because I don't know why they just don't come up. When I have some population, they pop up, and now they don't. So it's called Arsenal and Armory. Like I said, plus 30. It is a plus 30 buff. One is for attack and one is for defense. 7 days each. Similar to like this right here. Anyways, so we've got that going. I've been having, you know, I've been putting logging camps. I need food. I need a ton of food because apparently it scales. If we talk to Wafa right now, let's talk to him. So from, I don't know, from 1 to 25 population or something, it costs 20 per population or per person or whatever. From 25 to 50, it actually increases to 40. That's why that's why the last time we checked it, it said 40. I think. Well, I think I checked it on camera. I can't remember. And then if I want more population, now it goes up to 80 per person. And from the 100 onwards, I think it was from 25 from 1 to 25 it was 20 per person. From 25 to 50, I believe it was 40. No, or maybe it was from 1 to 50, 20s. From 50s to 100, I don't know. The point is that from 100 onwards, I've barely bought 10, or bought 10, and from 100 onwards, it's I have 100 limit. That's why it shows 90 here, because that's your limit of how many you can recruit with that amount of food. So maybe when you get to the 200 point in current population right there, maybe you've bought already 100 for 80 each. At the next one, it's gonna be increasing, maybe doubled the cost for each of them, maybe 160 food each, or something like that. I don't know what's the max, how high you can go. Anyways, that's more or less how it scales. So yeah, I have all that going. I have a bunch of just a call dweller like this because I've decided on a plan of what I'm gonna go for, because I kind of, you know, what's the word? I've kind of I can't remember. There's a word for this, but I've decided to not go. You know, I decided to forego this. There's a word for this. I really can't remember right now, but I've used it before. I know what word. I know what word it is. I forget. Anyways, like a compromise type thing with myself. That, you know what? Forget about the villagers, Dockin villagers. Forget about this camp. Forget about that camp. You know what? Choose one. Choose one, because I don't really want to have to remove this large residence or that large residence, and I'm like, I don't want to have to remove that. I don't want to have to do all this. I'm like, it's much more convenient for me to just keep that. And you know what? Choose something, because yeah, I was looking through all the promotions, like upgrade job classes lines of each type, and I'm like, you know what? The Akal is the one that has the best, in my opinion. I like. It's to each their own. I'll just say that, but I prefer the Akal. So I've decided to go with this one. I don't think I'll be able to ever get that because the Akal hate me to death. So what I've been doing is I've just been going around in the West Okana Desert, and I've just been recruiting as many Akal dwellers as I possibly can, and that's why in here there's just so many of them. You know, with very minimal leveling involved. So that's why there's so many of them, because of that. And my decision was to do this. I'm gonna, because I have a maximum of 100 that I can garrison in here, aside from my personal squad, which I want to keep on me. I decided maybe I'm gonna try to get 50 characters. That was like my idea, because you know what? There's just so many characters. And with the more characters the enemy has, the more problems I'm gonna have. So I decided, you know what, 50 characters. So far I have half of that, so I'm not far off, really, in reality. Maybe another 100 days or so in game, obviously, and we should probably get that other amount. Anyways, that doesn't matter. The other half would be 50 of unit squads of things like this. And my idea was to go for 25 Akal Storm Cavalry, I believe they're called, the final one. That's just the idea, but 25 of those. Actually, you know what? Let's just grab one, just so I can point it out much more visually. So we're going to promotion, because the reason I want to go for this is because they have tanks right here. Basically, that's a tank right there, and it's faster because it's mounted. This is like DPS. This is also DPS, but it's range, so that's not bad. And then I think this is also DPS, but it's magic. I think having that is not a bad idea. So I decided to go. I would want healers, but I don't see anything that's a healer here. This one's a cleric, but it's poison. Or some weird burning thing right there. There's nothing that says it heals. I have to figure out which one is a healer so I can see how to go on that. So I want to go 25 of those. from the 50. That's 50%, and I decided to go 20 here, 20% here, 20% there, and 10% there. I later decided to remove 10 of the 50 that I wanted of characters, just to bring down the amount, because I'm like, you know what, I am missing one thing. I have tank, I have DPS. I'm missing one thing: healers. I have no clue what I'm gonna look for. I'm gonna keep looking in the characters, which one goes to healer the best, and I'm gonna get 10 squads of that as well. That's my idea. That's my plan. Um, to be able to survive in this cruel world where everyone wants to kill me and take over my place. Anyways, that's basically that. I'm gonna see. I want to see how bad this is gonna get. We have 300 hours. I'm going to continue looking for. I need more occult dwellers for this thing, and I'm gonna look into the promotion lines of all the other characters, see which one is the better healer if there is any. And that's basically what I'm doing. Let's see what else. I'm almost at level 25. I'm almost maxed out. I've been getting wisdom crystals from just. I'm not gonna be able to show it off from here. I need to get out from this place. Let's go. Okay, I was about to say, are they attacking me? No. Anyways, I have been getting attacked multiple times, but not as bad as with the when the occult tried to take me out with like they had like 1,000 units with basically attacking 1,000 squads. I mean, or is it units? No, it's per unit, right? It counts those as units. Anyways, go to the map. In Zagros Mountains, I don't know of any other place to continuously farm for wisdom crystals except for this place right here. If we go zoom out, Redstone is over here. Snow Ridge is right here. The West Outpost there, it's right here, like right underneath that intersection. But you can't go straight down here. You have to go way over here to this outpost and go all the way around over here and go up this path right here to get to there. If you've been to the Zagros Giant Formation, instead of going there, you just go this way and go up, and then you'll find it. You get a potion there. You get like stamina. You could get spirit, stamina, strength potion. That thing from the legacy shop or class shop, whatever. That gives you 5 permanent points of whatever it is. Either stamina, spirit, strength, agility, whatever it is. You can get that there. You get one of those. It's a random of which one you get, but only one of any of those. A 1 wisdom crystal, as far as I'm concerned, it's constant. It's not exactly random. You get this or that. No, you always get a potion of some type to increase your stat permanently. The 1 wisdom crystal, and I think you get also either 1, 2, or 3. I don't know how many. I don't know if that's random either. Large EXP stones, which could be useful in some way, and maybe some equipment is probably also another thing you get. But that right there is the only place I'm aware of. There's another place that looks similar to this. I think I've been to it, but I can't recall where it is exactly. But it doesn't give me wisdom crystal. It just gives me, I can't find it. I don't recall where it was. It only gives me EXP stones. It doesn't give me wisdom crystals, which kind of sucks, and that's the only place I'm aware of. Anyways, yeah, it's basically the plan right there. I haven't been really upgrading things except for the farms, because since I saw that the amount of food required was getting scaled up higher and higher, I'm like, you know what? I can't do this. I've already bought and everything, and it hasn't refreshed. I need to increase my food. I think the way that works, the farms, is that it just makes more available or higher or better quality food available in the shop. It's either or. I think that's what I'm trying to have in my mind and think about it that way, or else I'm just gonna be paranoid about it all the time. So that's what I think is going on there. Oh, you can also get these large white rose potions from that one place where I was talking about to get these the wisdom crystals and whatnot. But that's not really important. Anyways, that's more or less what I have going on right there. I'm just recruiting whatever character at random. It's kind of at random, just from other faction. As long as they're not with me, even if they're in the wild, they need to be with me, and I need to do whatever I can, do quests with them, give them gifts, anything. Don't fight them, because I think if you fight them actively, like instead of they attack you, if they attack you and you beat them, you don't lose reputation with them. But if you do the opposite, I think you do. I'm just saying, if you wanna get them, most of them are about, if they're in the wild, Sometimes you can recruit them without any reputation with them. You can have it 0, and you can still get them. Sometimes you need a minimum of like 22 or 30, and then if they're with some with faction already, you need minimum 45 or something like that. Some need more, like Black Mane, or I think that's what his name is called. That dude needed at least like 80 or something, even when he was in the wild. He did not want to join me, but I managed to get him over. Anyways, I think that's enough. I keep saying anyways. That's something I've always said that. So whatever. I'll be back in those 300 hours. Well, now 230. I'm gonna continue doing what I've been doing. I don't think I have much of time. I don't have much time to continue to go off of right now. But what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go into the West Dokana Desert, continue getting Akal Dwellers. Like I said, I'm gonna look for if there's any healer classes or units that I can get in the immediate time. That would be nice. And if I can recruit any more characters. But that's about it. So I'll see y'all when the invasion comes in. Hopefully we don't lose this place. If we do, things are gonna go bad real quick. Luckily I have backup saves in case something goes wrong too, so I can go back in time for like so we're on day 245, so I can go back in time maybe several days or something like that, just so I can be aware of what's gonna happen. Anyways, I'll see y'all in a little bit, or momentarily, basically. All right, so after that 300-hour counter went down, I don't know, for some reason I got messaged by Nemishi, and he says this time I'm not gonna go easy on you, something something something, blah blah blah. And they gave us another 100 hours towards the invasion, and now we have, well, 9 hours, 8 hours, it's right there counting down in seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I didn't really get to do much. I'm guessing they're gonna be coming from over here, as they tend to do. Yeah, they're coming from over there. I don't know if who else is gonna come and join the fight. I'm just gonna let them attack, and then we'll go in momentarily. Anyways, so the only thing I actually got to do, I was looking around for the units that I'm like, who can heal, who's the best healer. And in reality, there's only 2 units that I saw, not counting beast units, because beasts are usually only being able to recruit through like the prisons and whatnot. The what are they called, beast, there's some dungeons that are like beast prisons, and those are kind of high level. The ones I think I've mentioned these before. They're in Umbra Cliffs, where you can find. I think I've read online many posts on Steam, the Steam community, and Reddit, I believe, as well, that you can get Phoenix hatchlings. I don't know what the baby dragons are, but the fire and the bane ones in those particular places. Anyways, the peasants, the Collider, I think they're called. It's like a shaman bard type thing that you can't actually recruit like constantly by going to one particular place. I do have a squad of 5 with 5 units of I think the pre of the one that has the healing ability, but that one is the only one that I've seen that has healing ability like to everyone. And there's another one that is a Thurian Warmonger, but it's just a self-heal bandage type thing, 10% of max health, blah blah blah, but only for themselves. But this totem thing, that's why I call it a shaman, but it uses a harp, so it's like a bard type thing. It uses like a guitar, it looks like a guitar something. Anyways, and that one has a totem to heal nearby allies. Aside from characters and beasts, that's the only thing I found, and that would be down the peasant line, where you'd go to that bard thing class, and then you could also go to the silver warrior class or whatnot. There's no I just couldn't find any other place or any other thing that would be useful for healing except for that, but it's not gonna be easy to get. Anyways, I only managed to get 3 Akal Dweller squads, which are basically cannon fodder, and I got Sanjay, which I think is the last character the Akal had in their faction, at least in the West Okana Desert. I managed to get one other character, at least him. That's about it. I didn't find any, and I didn't look for any others. I don't know if they're actually, if they, I think they're not getting other people to attack them. I think they just got other, the other people's squads, units kind of thing. That's what it looked like to me, but we'll see. Obviously, we're going to charge into battle. Nemishi's got 106. I really don't know if they are really going to come as reinforcements or not, because they really didn't really help out much. He last time he came with 100 units. Now he's 106 or 101 he had before. So he has maybe one unit from or one squad from every other type of every other what are they called? Tribe? I'm not sure, but this is how much I've got. As you can see, 377. Even though most of them are cannon fodder, they're still the call dwellers. They're like the lowest of the low type of thing. Um, level 5s, 6s, 10 or something like that. Anyways, I don't really have much, but I guess we'll see how things go. Alright, so the final assault or the last invasion of the Nemishis. Let's see how things go. I'm guessing things are gonna go well unless they get backup. Something's gotta go wrong, right? Something's gotta go wrong. So as you can see, I got a ton of characters here running off, a ton of units. One of the things I've been complaining about, at least during the other character playthrough, is that I can't zoom out in this place during battle like this. There is actually this little eye here that you can actually zoom out into. It's either this mode or zoomed in mode, and that's it. So this reminds me, this type of fight, seeing all these things going all over the place all the time, reminds me of World of Warcraft when you're like in a 100-man raid or like in battlegrounds and just AoE's going all over the place, spells and attacks and all over the. This is what it reminds me of, and the lag usually comes with it, or FPS drops, however you prefer. Anyways, you completely vanquished the Nemishi forces. Although their leader escaped, you're sure he'll need to lick his wounds before he can raise another army. While clearing the camp, you come across Nemishi's diary and a strange magical crystal. Mysterious crystal and the diary. We got a talent points, 1. I'll deal with that later. Check the inventory. By the way, I got palm wood. I have no clue what this is for. It was in the desert, West Okana desert. I forget which place it is, but there's like a, I think it's an outpost. I'm not sure though. Camel outpost, somewhere like the one right in the middle. There's like a little farm with some palm trees. You can either pay for them, 500 utar, or you can fight the people to force them to give them to you. They don't give it to you just straight up. You have to like chop down interact with the palm trees in that little fencing to be able to get them. There were 5. I think there were 5 of them. I don't know why I only got 4. Anyways, let's check what this crystal's about. Strange crystals filled with the ancient Nemishi arcana. What purpose could it serve? And it cannot be discarded. Memories of the Nemishi, and it does not use inventory space. It's a quest item. Enter the Nameless mirage and search for the Epoch reed. I know that Kyria used some Epoch wine hidden at Jamal City to take over the Zemeria. That's the Zemerian are Golzar's people, I believe, and there was something mentioned over there, and I did mention this because I completely and totally forgot about it, and I had done the quest, and I'm like, oh, might as well mention it. And that's not even the potent stuff. His was weak and still had such effect. I struggle to imagine how potent a beverage that uses the whole of the flower must be. Epoch wine. Tastes so fine. That night I saw the flower, deep within their tribal forest lands. 20 years have passed, but I still retain the memory. I am absolutely clear about this. That is definitely it, the long-forgotten Epoch reed. The Nasir Sultan would cherish the Epoch reed indeed, but I don't have to give him a whole one. Do I? No. He'll have no idea, will he? I just want a taste. Just one taste of that beautiful wine. He'll never know. That night was more than 20 years ago. I must have been having a pleasant dream. I've forgotten it all, but I know that I definitely had a sweet, sweet dream once. When I woke up, that crystal was right here in my hand. I know. I definitely remember if I can see the Epoch reed again. I'll definitely remember. Let me return to that beautiful dream once more. I can almost taste it. Okay, so I'm clicking on that. There's nothing to interact with. Check that quest log. Epoch. Nemishi has been defeated. And, judging from what he left behind, the Epoch Reed lies hidden somewhere in the shattered ruins of our own tribe. Enter the Nameless Mirage and search for the Epoch Reed. I've already been in there, and there's only like a boss fight straight up. But let's see what happens. Let's go in. It's over to the left. Right over here. I've checked to see if I can upgrade this in any way, and it doesn't give me anything in the list to upgrade. It's just a blank list, so I don't know if it has any upgrades or not. To be something, better than what it is now. I don't know, to give better loot. I didn't see anything, so I can't really tell you. You suddenly feel a surge of powerful magic, and Nemishi's crystal begins shining gloriously. With a roaring shriek, the very earth shook as a rock giant covered in tattoos rushed towards you. A runic stone giant? The frenzied rock giant smacks his head against the wall before you. With a crashing thud, the wall collapses before you. It says will, but that needs to be changed. A peculiar aroma wafts out from between the cracks. A delirious sense of joy washes over you as soon as you reach the broken down wall. This indescribable sense of true happiness courses through your body. Looking back, you see your companions enveloped in a bizarre trance, giddy with joy. You realize this must be it, the forgotten Epoch Reed. Oh, I didn't know I could go in with members. Let's see if I can do it solo. If I can't, I will have to get someone else and come back and do it again. Oh, it's a dungeon. Okay, so I'm gonna have to go back out. Well, I'm just gonna reload. Luckily, I just saved prior to this. As you and your companions walk through the cracked entranceway, you gradually fall down unconscious one by one, with a crazed smile frozen onto each member's face. The Nemishi crystal is still shining bright. Perhaps it's this power which is protecting you all. It seems that you won't be able to complete the next part of the journey alone. Alright, be right back. Alright, so I'm back in, and right now I don't know if they're gonna be in the fights, but they're not being shown here. I decided to come in with Rick because she's a healer, Astrid because she's just my fave, and Najima because I didn't want to have another DPS. I decided to just have two that are like physical and two that are magic in some way, because Rick is magic and Najima I believe is also magic. Anyways, let's go this way. I'm guessing that's the Epoch Reed. You move forward with caution, and the scent of the Epoch Reed grows stronger until you discover its true form behind a rock. It's a very small flower with a faint blue glow. Looking at it, it's hard to believe that it could be so powerful. You admire it quietly for a moment, but once you take a step closer, a stone-skinned giant suddenly attacks you from nowhere. Oh, so I'm going solo even though it said that... am I silenced or something? I hate when that happens. It happens all the time. Will I be able to... Nope. It's immune. It's immune to that. Come on. Run. It's immune to like stuns and that stuff. It's kind of obvious, right? That it would be. No. Don't do that. Don't do that. Run away. Run away. Come on. I decided to use it that way so I can be taken away this direction. Before I die, come on, come on. I am stunned. I'm dead. I'm dead. Clearly I'm dead. Oh, so close to dying. I'm dead. I'm dead. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm guessing I have to refight this. It was so close, but that thing stuns you like crazy. Yep, we're back out. Alright, we took it down. It's not really a hard boss in like health-wise or damage-wise. It just stun locks and silences like crazy. But anyways, we got it after a few tries. After defeating the giant, You can contemplate your next steps. Pick the Epoch Reed or burn the Epoch Reed. Oh, this is a difficult decision. I really would want to burn it. But I think it would be nice to see what picking it would do. I think I'm gonna just do both. I'm gonna reload, re-defeat the boss after, to see what the other option does. Let's just pick it for now. You intend to pick the flower to use it to make the draft of forgetfulness. As you are about to pick it, a series of images flash through your mind like a set of moving pictures. You drink a strong draft of forgetfulness and obtain a permanent state of happiness. Angry people run you out of town. Stories of the Epoch Reed travel far and wide. War and strife. You wake up suddenly, palms cold and sweaty. I'll think it over. You realize that as long as this magical flower is allowed to bloom, this tribe will never be at peace. Imagine if you took this flower today, and then news of the Epoch Reed spreads to every town. War and strife ensue. You aren't interested in the magical effects of the Epoch Reed, nor are you planning to forget any sad memories. The flower of forgetfulness cannot continue to exist here. With no one here to stop you now. With no one. You light the torch in your hand. Continue. The Epoch Reed burns in the flames. It continues to burn for a long time. As you finally feel its scent fade in the air, you see a crystal where the flower once was and pick it up. After getting help to carry your incapacitated companions, you leave. So they just came in just because. You learned Epoch Crystal Core 1. What's that? Learned. So we got the diary. Let's check the news log because I don't see anything. Oh, you lost the mysterious crystal. You complete that quest. Do you get another quest? No, it's just the main quest line now. Let's see. Did I get any talent points for that? I did get some. I think I got 2 talent points for that. Nothing really of interest happened. Maybe a little bit of XP? Yeah, I guess so. Inventory. No. Nope. We've already seen this. That's not it. So back into party and now skills, right? So other. This is all my stuff right there going on. So we got Epoch Crystal Core. The heck is this about? Mana cost 300. The remnants of an Epoch Crystal spread around you in a circle. Enemies that smell it fall into a deep sleep for 8 seconds. So it's kind of like a stun, I guess. Sleep, because it's not like you're actually going to sleep. They're just, I bet you they're just gonna be like right there, dizzy, standing in one place, moving their heads like in circles type of thing, or wobbly. I guess it's useful. I don't know. So you still end up burning it regardless of the other option that's available. I'm still gonna go back just to see what would happen if you just choose directly to burn it. So let's go check that out. Alright, so back in time over here. So instead of picking it, we chose that last time. Let's go burn the Epoch Reed directly. Let's see what it tells us. It looks to be the same thing regardless of what you choose. You aren't interested, war and strife, news, blah blah blah. Yeah, it seems to be the same thing, but maybe you get something different. I don't think it. I think the Epoch Crystal Core 1 is going to be the same thing. XP, lost the mysterious crystal. The quest is done. I'm probably just going to leave it like this. It doesn't really matter. Party. Skills. Other. The remnants of the Epoch Reed that smell it fall into sleep for 8 seconds. Yeah, it's basically the same thing. Nothing really came of it from either option. It's gonna be the same thing. Hopefully, maybe that's why that's why everyone was declaring war on me to get that. Maybe. Hopefully they stop attacking. Well, they probably won't stop attacking. It's kind of like the whole point of this game, war basically. It's a war of factions, whatever. Anyways, that seems to be it then for that. That was the final quest for the character story, and the next thing is the main quest. But we've already seen that, so I have no reason to continue that. Now it dropped to 100. Minus 100, minus 100, and minus 100. So now that's minus 61, and the docking are minus 24. Just because I helped them once before, that's probably why they haven't tried to eat me up as well. Anyways, I think that's gonna be all for this episode, because basically what I'm just gonna continue doing is I'm gonna continue playing this on my own to develop the town. Let me just open this up real quick. We'll continue developing the tribe, or whatever you want to call it. I think you can change the name right there, just talking by the butler, by talking to Butler Wafa, and just going into the option here. I want to rename my town, though I really don't want to. I just want to leave it as Nameless Tribe. You could probably change it there. I haven't confirmed it. It just shows something there that probably is the case. Anyways, like I said, I'm just going to continue developing myself. I'm going to try and take over Twin Luna Valley, just so I can like have myself covered in the immediate vicinity. Everything else I really could care less. I just want to get to the final, see if I can get to the true ending, because supposedly there's a true ending, and well, that's obviously at the end, of the game. I have to go through the entire main quest line again to be able to get that done. But I guess I'll come back later, right before that fight. But also first, before the fight, I think I'll develop this place as best as I possibly can, and then we'll do the last fight just to have the true ending as the last bit of this playthrough, and probably then that's going to be the final episode. There's really not much else I feel is much of interest. There's a lot of information, well, lack of more, better said, online. I've been searching around for a lot of these things, like where to find the peasants, certain types of quest lines, or like characters. What do you do with this character? What do you give them when they just want a gift or something like that? And a lot of things are still in the unknown. As far as I'm concerned, I haven't been able to find much. So maybe there's a lot of things of interest, but unless you make a compilation of them, it's not really something, I was gonna say something people want to watch. But anyways, that's gonna be all for now. Thank you all for watching. Please subscribe if you want to see more. Hit that like button if you liked the episode, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.